and twisted. Something in my chest is skipping. With you now my whole world's different. 'Cause I can't go back now. Tunnel vision. Now you got me out and missing. A love that you haven't given. A love I'm craving right now. Can we skip the messages? All of these texts and calls. It's just a lot of play and pretend. And I wanna do more than talk. I guess that you
Hello? No, I knew that that was right. My mic is on. I haven't fucked with that at all. I did raise the game audio a little because Danganronpa is very loud. I checked it. It seemed like it was alright. I don't know. It's on. Like, clearly I didn't fuck up setting that up. I don't know. I'm just lost. Oh, so I went to fuck around earlier, and I saw this. Because I was checking my audio, so I had the game up, and I was like, ooh, prizes! And I was like, oh, of course, pictures. And then there's this, and I can flip switches. I think that's all I can do here. So I don't know what that's about yet. Quips? What are quips? Oh, well, it said they're on. Oh, no, hey, look, I did fuck up. You see that? Do you see that? Huh. Oh, it's because I did that. Ha! There you go. There you go. That's weird. So it's got the game windowed, obviously, but if I make it full screen, it just zooms in on it. That's fucking wild. If I make it, hold on, we're gonna try. It tends to break when I do that. It did too. Huh. Okay, so we have to be windowed and smaller, though not small. Interesting. Hi, Tweak, by the way. Well, that's good. That's all that matters, right? And yeah, just let me know if the audio gets too loud. Database system online. New profile detected. Analyzing. New profile number 237771. Economic bracket lower middle. Employment category bleak. Current emotional health rating low. Ideal candidate for premium level assistance. Proceed? Negative. Premium level assistance requested. Proceed? Pretty please? Overriding denial of assistance, establishing premium services for profile. Justification, hope. Hope should be rewarded. Spirit must be restored. Now compiling personal metadata. Oh. Okay. I don't know that I like when there's a bunch of dialogue like this. I don't think I like the chat being up. So pardon me, I hope that doesn't bother you guys. If it does, just tell me. Y'all are more important to me. Okay, so my name. What is my name? Can I not do a last name? We'll just leave it at that. Kita Cater. Oh my fucking god, that sounds so silly. Pronoun is she. You guys can't see that. Hairstyle. I'm a long kind of gal. Oh my god, that was so loud. Why? Me white. Oh my god. Whoa, when I go through some of this, it's just so freaking loud. Maybe it's not loud to you guys. Clothing color. I look like a fool. I like a soft pink. I'm a sucker for a soft pink. As I'm not wearing pink at all. While we do this, you guys, how are you? What is up with you guys and your wonderful lives? Alright, name Kita, pronoun she. Is this correct? Yeah, it works for me. Premium level assistance for profile number 237771. Kita Cater has been activated. I didn't change the last name. For the sake of her hopes and dreams. The following is a work of fiction. All references to trademark classic arcade game titles are used under nominative fair use and should not be considered an endorsement by their publishers or creators. Alright, now that that's out of the way. Winners don't use drugs. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Oh, I got nervous. I thought I was about to play a game. It is the future year of 2000, in a dark era in which mankind is pushed to the brink of catastrophe. Woe be to the human race, plagued by evil, terrifying, utterly sinister, I don't know. Robots, maybe? Evil robots? How's that work? Yeah, no, sorry. The future year is pretty much what you'd expect it to be. Non-flying cars, smartphones, pro gamer celebs, internet trolls, personal assistant AI, cheese-flavored snack foods. But even with such wonders as 2000 blank holds, to date I have no part in any of them. I've worked as a dishwasher, a shoe salesperson, and a lifeguard for the local community pool. I don't care what era of human history you live in, kitties peeing in the pool is pretty much a constant thing. Trust me on this. As for the bustling metropolis of 24-hour neon utopia you see here, my apologies. My little corner of it isn't nearly as shiny and cool. Let me show you. Behold, my quaint little apartment. Look at the- oh, you can't see the penguin. There's a little penguin. Can't complain, really. It's paradise in a relative sense. I only pay half the rent. Neighborhood stabbings have been down this year. Also, my roomie picks up any stray socks or shirts I leave laying around. What the shit, Zelda? Who, like, I've never had anything like that happen to me. That's so crazy. In fact, as things go, I'm living large compared to most of my family tree. Or at least I was before today.
Fired from another job?
Alright, Juniper, fuck.
Seriously?
Oh, I love her already.
That's 3 jobs since we left the suburbs.
The horrified looking young woman there would be my roommate and childhood friend, Juniper. Juniper is the one who spearheaded this effort to co-rent an apartment. She's also the one who encourages me whenever I lose a job, like, you know, today.
I don't get why you aren't more upset about this. I'm upset. I'm upset on your behalf. Come on, share the load a little, okay?
Pool's closed, Juniper. Not much I can do about that. Why get upset? God damn it, Tweak. Because you actually enjoyed that job more than you enjoyed, oh my god, more than you enjoyed dishwashing, soap, and smelly socks, at the very least. I'm not the complaining sort. These things just happen. Things fall apart. The center does not hold. That's a bit morbidly poetic, isn't it? No, I mean, the community center literally fell apart and the pool won't hold water anymore. Whatever. Look, the A's, the way that my name is fucking written right there, it's fucking beautiful and I love it. Just saying. Enzo, Freya, not in here. Go. Shoo, fly. Shoo. Shoo. Yes, doggo, I love you. Whatever, I'll just get another job. Any job will do as long as we can make the rent, right? Wrong. I saw how mopey and tired you were coming home every night from those other crappy jobs. At least when you got back from the pool each day, I sometimes caught you smiling.
What's the point of us moving away from home if not to get away from all of that? I mean, we both left that town so we could try to find happiness, right?
We got matching chokers on. Ain't that cute?
I just want us to be happy. Both of us.
I thought you hated your job.
Come on.
No deflecting, this is about you. My mind's made up. We're going to find you a job that's just as good, if not better, than the lifeguarding job. Oh, thank you, thank you. Let's start from the top. What's your dream? Well, I'm standing in front of a class giving a speech and I forgot to put on my pants and your dream job. Oh, I don't know, Juniper. I've never really given it any serious thought.
I've got it.
Oh, hey, I think I've got just the thing to help you out. Juniper pulls out her phone, rapidly tapping an unlock code onto the glass before pointing out a little pink icon. It's a virtual life coach app. Mine keeps me from being late to meetings. Totally free, too. My cousin introduced it to me. Wasn't he the guy who ended up in the ER after making a homemade flamethrower? It would have worked if he got the fuel mixture in his water gun right. Anyway, I'm sending a copy to you now. I got a pop-up an hour ago offering me 500 points just for recommending it to a friend. Great timing, huh? Well, as long as you're earning points, I guess. At least give it a try, okay? Maybe it can point you at some good jobs. Ones with less socks and or urine. I'll think about it. Okay, but don't think too long, right? Oh, Lord. In the end, I installed the app. Couldn't bear to see Juniper fretting over me like that. Not that I find it annoying. I mean, it's more that she has enough trouble in her life without troubling herself over my life, too. Both of us had it rough, up to and through the point where we left home to try and start a new life. A better one. She deserves better than me and my problems. Bless her heart, she means well. She's been firmly in my corner for all my life, the two of us, against any dark forces aligning against me. What a good friend. But that's not to say she's good at being my advocate. Enthusiastic, yes, but skilled? Nope. Typically, the fantastic opportunities and self-help resources she sends my way are pyramid schemes or something. She's gung-ho about lending me a helping hand, but yeah. So the main reason I went ahead and installed the app was to make sure Juniper wasn't about to get her kidneys sold on the black market or something. Still, no sense messing around with it now. A good night's rest would act as a neat little emotional reset button, right? Right. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I have never seen Steven Universe. Just saying. No dreams, no nightmares, just 8 hours of sweet, sweet black. By the time light leaked in through the cracks in the blinds, I didn't care anymore about being unemployed again. Juniper had already left to catch a bus to her office. She typically leaves before dawn, but she left a note for me, pinned to the tiny fridge we shared. Remember, download app, find dream job, make money, sort your life out. I believe in you. So, moment of truth. Do I trust in Juniper's weird little app or just go find some job that pays well enough to cover the bills? Let's give the weird little app a shot. Figuring at the very least her miracle app could possibly help me find a job. I loaded up, tapped the icon, and...
Hello.
What the fuck is happening? Huh. Okay, see? That's what I mean. Anybody else would freak out over a cute little girl climbing out of their phone. Me? I went, huh. Also, it's one of those new kind of 3D screens, so you know, not actually magical realism here, very normal in the distant future.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version, sponsored by Pizza Yums.
Pizza Yums. Pizza sounds good. You're the first person I've ever heard say that, because I usually get yelled at for not having seen it yet. And you're- oh god, I'm so sorry. I just stepped on my dog. One of them. I think it was Enzo. I can't tell. Oh, my headset cord. Yeah, people usually freak out about it.
Pizza on a bagel? You can have pizza anytime? Wow. Would you like to subscribe to Pizza Facts? Thank you for subscribing to...
Oh my fucking god. But
I'm here to help you get your dream job, your dream house, and your dream partner. I'm here to make all your dreams come true.
sorry, my headset's fucking up again. Pretty tall order for an app to do, or are you some sort of wish-granting genie? Well, I suppose in the modern parlance, a massively interconnected database searching virtual assistant could be considered a kind of genie in a bottle. But honestly, all I can do is give you the chance to improve your life. What you do with it is up to you. I can cross-reference search data for you, but without motivation, you won't get anywhere. I glanced up from my phone at the heaps of laundry and half-finished books and the other items strewn about my apartment. Motivation is something I have a ton of, honest. That's super! I'm really looking forward to working with you. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Sure, why should I use this app at all? I mean, my phone already had a voice-activated assistant AI. I can just say, hey phone, search the web for job listings, and it'd work just as well. But I have an advanced emotional language interpreter. I'm smarter than the average program, with more heart. I can help you sort your life out by analyzing your personality and finding you the perfect path in life. All thanks to my glorious, wondrous, patent-pending, super-duper Identity identifier system. No. See, so when I'm streaming like this, all I do is sleep, work, and stream. And then I spend like an hour, maybe 2 with Marvin after the stream. Like, that's literally my life right now. Because it's purple and has 3D hentai. Okay, Tweak, goddammit. Between you and me, they really wanted an acronym that matched my name, but couldn't figure out what to do with the letter R. Would you like to know more? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Every time you think about saying something, I can tag it with an identity. That way you can be the sort of person you want to be. This system allows me to better understand who you are and what you need from life. I do this by analyzing your tone, inflection, and word choice. I can spot 5 different identity identifiers in your response. That is so fucking hard to say for some reason. Identity identifier. Alright, in your responses to people. Quirky, steady, kindly, gutsy, and basically. Sounds to me like your programmers also wanted a bunch of things ending in Y. That's correct. My branding game is on point. I did not like that sound. Quirky responses use jokes, snark, and sarcasm to make light of a situation. Just the thing for picking up someone's spirits, but a badly timed joke may not win over the room. Steady responses are sincere, honest, and logical. When you stop and think before speaking, you're on steady ground, but that might not take someone's feelings into account. Kindly responses are compassionate and empathetic, and gentle in nature. They're careful with the feelings of others, but they're sometimes a bit wishy-washy as a result. Gutsy responses go with your gut. When you're brash, bold, risk-taking, and instinctive, you're gutsy. But it also means being blunt, confrontational, and aggressive, so be careful. Lastly, you can always take a basically option. It's a balanced and neutral response, safely moving the conversation along while learning more and digging deeper. Over time, I'll build up a personality profile for you based on the identity identifiers detected in your speech. Maybe you're predominantly quirky, genuinely steady, a mix of both? Who knows? It's up to you. You say it, Zelda. It's the purple part, yeah, I don't even know if, I think that's pink, like a hot pink. So what you're saying is I should always try to crack jokes or be super gutsy? Oh, and never speak basically? I mean, being basic's bad, right? It sounds bad. Heck no. They're all, nope. They're all useful in the right context. There are no bad choices. Consider what you could say and go with what feels right in the moment. Don't limit yourself. Sure, you could gamify your personality, but it's more fun to let it happen naturally, you know? Just be you. Now, let's see my patent-pending identity identifier system in action. How do you feel about dad jokes? Hi jokes, I'm dad. Oh, god damn it! Seriously? Hey, I never said I was good at dad jokes, just that I could go for them. So now that you've seen the identity identicators in action, do you want to see the identicators like that? So you, oh my god, do you want to see the do you want to see the indicators? Holy shit. Now that you've seen the identity indicators in action, do you want to see the indicators like that so you can make an informed decision? Whew. If not, I can hide the indicators. Keep it a surprise. That way it doesn't influence your decision making. It's up to you. We're gonna hide them. I don't want to see what one's what. Like, we just want to go with, well, go with what sounds good to me, I guess, right? Alright, so mysterious. Okay, I'll hide them from you. You'll always be able to spot basically responses, though. Anyway, as we go along, I'll analyze and tell you your identity identifiers. In fact, let me show you now. Will you look at that? Such a strong personality. You asked me a single question. Off to a great start, I'd say. And hang on, you're scoring me? Didn't you say not to gamify my personality? Hey, I said you shouldn't. I'm an app. I think in numbers, so I gotta gamify it a little. 3. I'm so sorry. 3D hentai, that's bad. I mean, 2D hentai is like anime, so it's... Zelda, you sound like, Hifu? What's his name? Hifumi, maybe? The big guy from fucking, Danganronpa. Just saying. I only like 2D women. Oh my god, Tweak. Okay, well, what's with the empty space on the left? Oh, I also track vocal responses from people you meet. Once you get to know some folks, I'll let you know how well you're getting along with them over there. Relationship scores. Wonderful. So will you also tell me what the correct responses are to avoid making enemies, or do I need to go find a walkthrough for the vast game you're making in my daily life? Kita, you're looking at this the wrong way. Generally, people won't get super annoyed at you unless you deliberately and repeatedly provoke them, and it'll be obvious when you're doing that. I promise you that if you bungle a few social encounters, it won't really hurt anything. No cheating needed, just relax and have fun. You can access your scorecard anytime you like with the Q key, or click the score in the upper right hand corner. Oh, okay. And that's everything. Okay, but how is any of that supposed to help me get a job? I only downloaded this app because my roomie claims you're a great life coach for the unemployed. What good will taking this quiz off the back of a supermarket checkout rack magazine do with that?
Why, it'll help me understand your spirit, of course.
God damn it. You can talk to ghosts? Is there a ghost in the room right now? Am I a ghost? You have to tell me if I'm a ghost. That's the rule.
No, silly. I mean your spirit, your hopes and dreams, your life's passions. I can even help you find romance.
Romance! Romance? Seriously? Seriously, often you can find your soulmate and your dream job in the same place, but if you'd rather focus on gainful employment for now, that's fine too. Workplace dating. Well, that's a recipe for disaster, and hitting on coworkers right from day one can be kinda awkward. Or am I looking for love and ready to start right out the gate? Never get a second chance to make a first impression. If I meet the right person, why put it off? How do I want to handle this new opportunity? Should I open the possibility? Romance with flirty first impressions. Romance without flirty first impressions. No romance, just friendships. I'll play it cool on day one at least. We want a date, right? Undertale, your hopes and dreams. God damn it. I think I'm mature enough to juggle both at once. Why not? Super, and remember, the choice is yours. If you're not comfortable with other people, stay professional. Now let's get started. To finish analyzing your personal history, please authorize me to read your social media feeds and personal information metadata. I knew it. This is some kind of scam. I'm going to wake up in a bathtub of ice, missing a kidney. Sure, I can help you register as an organ donator. Donator? Wow. Oh, you were being sarcastic. Sorry, I haven't quite finished analyzing your personality. I couldn't tell. Relax. I won't share your information with any third parties. This is strictly so I can find your dream job. Am I authorized? Another wonderful Juniper recommendation here. Just like the 17 self-help books on my shelf. Still, 18th times the charm, right? I fucking can't talk. Yeah, go ahead.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
So, do I just stand here, or...
Thank you.
I've identified your dream job and arranged an interview 30 minutes from now. Please put on some nice clothes. Nicer than those. Please. I don't think that's too much to ask. What? For your interview, silly. You want to look your best. But we just... Okay, how did you land my dream job in 20 seconds flat? Simple. I'm awesome like that. Now gotta move on. Tut tut. You need to catch the 8:20 a.m. bus. That's 9 minutes away. Okay, this is happening, but I do have a chance to get off this runaway train. Nobody says I have to obey my new digital fairy godmother. I could delete the app and go find a real job. That'd be the safest option. I could... We're going with it. Let's go see what my dream job is. A normal person, someone with high standards, would have deleted the app right there rather than hop on a bus to meet up with what were very likely men with sharp knives and a taste for kidneys. But me? I was already getting dressed before she finished that sentence. It's not that I believe the silly app's claims that serving my hopes and dreams on a silver platter. Honestly, I expected another shoe salesman job at best. But, well, it'll be worth a laugh. I chose to trust the sign. Nah, what is my dream? What the hell? Let's do this. Juniper's right. I need to get my life in gear. So what's the harm in diving into something this wacky? Okay, there could be a lot of harm, granted, but the alternative is to mope around our apartment for weeks, then egads, go get a job anyway. So I thought, screw it. I'm in on this runaway train. Let's see how far it goes. And as I came to realize, weeks later, turns out that it was the best impulsive decision I've ever made. How cute. The bus drops me off, oddly enough, not very far from Juniper's office building, although my destination isn't nearly as upscale as that. This is, well, it's a strip mall. Strip malls are relics of well, yeah. Places where a random assortment of weird little businesses jam as many of themselves into as tight of a space as possible. For instance, I'm seeking a dentist, a used bookstore, an arcade, a fast food joint, and a boarded-up health spa, once called Lattes and Enemas, which sounds,
Hey, listen.
What do you think? I think that's two things no human should ever combine. No, I mean about your future place of work. Okay, Zelda. I'm desperately hoping we're not talking about the same thing. Which one of these businesses exactly am I working at? I don't know anything about oral hygiene or old books, and I'd rather not be a fry cook. The one in the middle, silly. What, behind the arcade? It is the arcade. Oh. Hold on, there we go. Sorry. My mic was doing something weird. Trust me on this. I referenced and cross-referenced and cross-referenced your personality details, personal history, and social media connections. This is your dream job. My dream job? Really?
99.97%.
Alright. I should probably explain my confusion. Arcades are big businesses in the entertainment sector. Pro gamers are celebs. 5-star arcades are social hotspots. It's always been popular with the mainstream. But well, restaurants are popular too, right? And for everybody who opens one, hoping to be the next Iron Chef, a dozen more will shut down in failure. Arcade competition is fierce. Paydays range from peanuts to gold, and sure, those who make it can secure fame and fortune, but those who don't, well, no wonder Iris sees this as a dream job. That is 100% what it looks like, but I don't know. Video games weren't always as popular though. I read an interesting article about it once. Back in the year 1980 blank, we narrowly avoided a serious industry crash, which would have left video games as a kid's toy fad, like hula hoops. No mainstream acceptance. For instance, one of the factors could have been a terrible game based on a kid's movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. If this game was complete poop butts, like poop from a butt, and massively overproduced, it'll ruin video games for years. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed. That game was delayed until it could be developed properly and the crash was averted. The crisis only exists in theory now. Not to be weird, but I'm 99% sure that's not how that happened. They pushed E.T. to come out too fast and it was a shit show. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've read about that. I don't remember though. Sometimes I wonder what it'd be like for people in the darkest timeline where everything went wrong. Are gamers considered nerds and outcasts? Are arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? The mind boggles. But make no mistake, as popular as they are, so this is like an alternative reality shit here. That's kind of cute, to be honest. Plenty make a run at it, only to come up short. Welcome back, Zelda. Considering Iris was tasked with getting me a job I'd enjoy and could keep for more than a few months, this left me a bit confused. Iris, this isn't me saying no. It's an interesting prospect, but... I mean, are you sure about this? You say you're 99% sure.
99.97%.
Won't this be like my lifeguard job though? Satisfying but short-lived? This arcade doesn't exactly look like a 5-star. It's no Deco's Palace, that's for sure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside an arcade in 15 years. Huh. I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. I wonder why I stopped going to them. Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her
My
homework.
sources say yes.
Trust me, when I said I was 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not some arbitrary number. I'm designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. My coders made me to be the warm, personable front of a database array that's currently laser targeted on getting you exactly what you need, right here, right now. And when this place inevitably collapses and I lose my dream job, what makes you think that's going to happen? Because it does. It always does. I don't think your database accounts for my family curse. We've always had to, I don't know, compromise, settle, because things really work out. You always have to be ready for the worst. It's why I take things in stride these days. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? I open my mouth to protest and then close it. As often as my life tends to crumble out from under me, it's not like she was wrong. I still had to try. Uh-huh. Warm. I mean, what the hell? Why not? Buy the ticket, take the ride. That's what I told myself when I walked out the door this morning, wasn't it? No matter how risky, I owed it to myself to jump in with both feet. And when it all came crashing down, well, I'd recovered before, I'd recover again. Meanwhile, may as well take the opportunity in front of me. So I opted to push on through those doors and see what waited for me on the other side. Fast cars 5. The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze. I'll be one smelling of copper and corn chips. As it's early in the morning on a weekday, it's not too packed with gamers. Although it's so packed with games, I'd probably have a hard time finding anyone anyway. At once, I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize most of these games. Neat! Considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here from the looks of it, like really old. Although I don't recognize that game with the stage lights and things. Maybe it's karaoke or dancing? A Japanese import?
My sources say yes.
That would be Showtime Stage, a collaboration of Nihana Heavy Industry Concern and Hubris Records in Germany. It's won a lot of awards. Yeah, you're right. Huh. I recognize most of these. Whoa, is that seriously a Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze? Look, it's fucking Moopy is Pac-Man. How cute. But the one in the middle with the split screens is new to me. Fist of Discomfort, a hybrid real-time strategy and brawler beat 'em up. It's actually not that new. It's been a staple of the esports scene for the last 8 years. 2 genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked. And over here is an old lady. Sorry ma'am, I was just talking to myself and had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentences. Thankfully, I don't think she even registered me calling her old. She looks up from her knitting, seated behind the ticket price redemption desk, and offers a wrinkly smile.
Well, hello there. Always nice to meet someone new in the Funplex.
Name them all, Zelda. What the?
Francine's
Oh.
Arcade Funplex. Didn't you see the sign out front, dear? Well, I chose to knock off the first 2 words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980. Now,
The
it's just
1980
Funplex,
beep.
I suppose. So, how can I help you, dear?
A Funplex? Is that when you suplex a clown? God damn it. A genie is in my phone. A genie in my phone. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Yes, I've heard that one before, dear. Considering we've been open since 1970 blank, I've heard them all. But it's still nice to see young people with a good sense of humor, and it's nice of you to try and cheer an old lady up. She's got fucking Pac-Man earrings on. Do you see that? Alright. Yes, I heard you call me an old lady. Well, it's a factual statement, isn't it? No insulting, dear.
Please call me Francine. As in Francine's Arcade Funplex. Get it? Actually, thinking about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear departed husband. Sadly, he died peacefully in bed some years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
Don't be. He died doing what he loved. intensely physical relations with me.
Wow. Man died fucking. That's the information I needed to know, yes. I am blushing. Holy fuck. Whew. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Keenacator. That's such a stupid name. Super. I came here looking for a job. I understand my interview was prearranged. Ah, yes. The computer did send me a mail about that. I'd almost forgotten. So, shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I'd carry on out here, but it's rather noisy, isn't it? Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise anyway? Oh, eventually you just learn to you sort of learn how to filter out the beeps and the boops. It can take weeks to become acclimated, I found, but in the end, done. She quirks an eyebrow. Well, now, that's faster than the others. Not bad. That's so fucking weird. Super. I meant to say stupid, but I forgot the T and... So, shall we see what you're made of? This way, please. Francine leads me down a back hallway, past public restrooms. Penguin there, baby. And into a door marked employees only. It takes all my restraint not to point out the extraneous fuck my life. I'm done talking. Apostrophe. Welcome to our little backstage oasis. I'd suggest we do this at Gavin's office, but it's a bit too untidy. I don't blame the boy. He's been so overworked lately. Please, have a seat and we'll begin. As quirky as this place and its owner may be, at least I'm confident that I can nail the interview portion of the proceedings. I've interviewed for dozens of jobs. Maybe I should not be fucking reading today. I've interviewed for dozens of jobs. For a dozen jobs. See? And held down 3. I know all the standard questions. What are your greatest strengths? What do you see as your weaknesses? Once, I even had to describe how to assemble a Lego set to prove my communication skills. Considering I ended up washing dishes, I'm not sure why, but the point is, I'm confident, prepared, ready.
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
Yeah? Best one? Or one of the best? Okay, alright. Well, I'm glad you are here. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you're having a great night. Progaz, you know what? I can't read today, so you don't want me to try to pronounce your name.
If you were
Just
a
saying.
dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
What dinosaur would you be? Right. Okay. Maybe this wouldn't be a typical job interview after all. No problem. Go with the flow. Let's do this. So I big dude enjoys salads. I think let's do a pterodactyl. I've always wanted to be a bird, so wait, no. All dinosaurs are basically birds. Let me rephrase. I've always wanted to be a flying bird, so pterodactyl, swooping around, catching updrafts, staying way away from the meat eaters. Really, how exciting. Even if technically speaking, pterodactyls aren't dinosaurs.
What's your favorite snack?
Damn. Snack? If this was a favorite food question, I'd have this down easy. It's tacos. Always tacos. But snacks?
When you have pizza on a bagel,
Pizza bagels. Say pizza bagels. When pizza's on a bagel, you can have. Look, Zelda. My point here. I don't know why I didn't realize that I was gonna be reading so much in this game. I was trying to take a break from reading so much. Here we are. Hush you. Come now, dear. I don't have all day. After giving it a good thought, well, how could I forget my favorite snack? Tacos are also my favorite snack. Tacos. Tacos, and only tacos. Actually, Marvin is bringing me Taco Bell home tonight, so there is no other sustenance. I can see you are a person that knows exactly what they want. and how to get it. You know what they say, you are what you eat. Next question. Did she just call me a taco? What does that even mean? Nothing I prepared for has helped me plan for this odd interview. I brace myself for the next one.
What assets can you bring to the team during the inevitable zombie apocalypse?
Ooh. Is this interview for real or is this a dream? As I look, dude, I am forever asking that in all of the interviews that I ever fucking conduct now. Just saying. As I look into Francine's deadpan expression, I know she's 130% serious. Engineering, medical... I probably get eaten on day one. I don't want to answer that one though, but that is my honest to God answer. Let's medical. Definitely. In a world without lawyers, I'm sure I can do a reasonable job. But seriously, I did have to take a first aid class when I worked at previous jobs, and CPR lessons. That's a great point. Doctors and nurses will all be exposed to assorted patient zeros and will be the first ones eaten. People with any medical knowledge will be in high demand and could be the difference between your party living and dying slowly and painfully. One more thing.
You hear?
The question is so simple and almost actually relevant to career planning that it takes me off guard. I told you I came about the job offer.
You're seeking a job, true? But that doesn't really answer my question, does it? No doubt. You think my interview questions are a bit silly, but I like to think of the Funplex as more than a collection of tasks and people to perform those tasks. Most folks my age opening arcades at that time saw it as just another way to make a quick buck. But, well, I saw it as something else. Something more than a way to make a large pile of quarters. And I expect you'll find the others working here see it as something more too. Everyone has a dream they're chasing, dearie. And for my friends, it lies within the Funplex. Now, if all you want is a paycheck, I can provide that.
How cute.
But the last fellow in your position, that's all he wanted. And he didn't last long. So I ask you again. Why are you here?
To be honest, I didn't have a better answer than why not. Buy the ticket, take the ride. That's what I told myself. But that wouldn't cut it here. I need to actually think this through. A plexaflun? A plexaflun! I'm looking for hope. I understand. Understand I'm not whining or looking for pity, but my life has been a complete mess for over a decade. In and out of jobs, taking what I can get, settling, compromising. I gave up on hoping for something better a long time ago, but, well, the people in my life who are close to me keep encouraging me to try and chase my dreams. That's why I'm here. I'm looking for the answer to your question. But I won't be daydreaming all the time, I promise. In my last job, I was a lifeguard. That takes a lot of focus. I'll be just as attentive in helping your, Funplex. That perks her attention. Ah, my, a rather serious occupation that. And an unusual step from such troubled waters to a land of make-believe. Ugh, this is a dating sim, question mark, I think? Yes? Yes? Question mark? You enjoyed this role as a lifeguard, I take it? Yes, ma'am. My roommate says she often noticed me smiling after coming home from work. Which makes Francine smile in turn. I can't say I can offer a role with such high stakes, but you'd be surprised at the many ways one can save a life, even here. Very well, I'm satisfied. Let's get you to work. I breathe easier at that. Probably the weirdest job interview I've ever had, to be sure, and yet it felt appropriate, like it was about far more than just filling a slot on the payroll. I think that's supposed to say geriatrics, right? I don't think she's one of the people. Francine leads me back to the arcade floor to introduce me to my duties. It only occurs to me now that I forgot to ask exactly what duties this mystery job I'd accepted really involved. Francine gestures to the seat she was occupying previously, a stool behind the prize desk.
Oh, marvelous.
Welcome Welcome to your new position, Kita. Sitting here, you mean? Sitting here and helping players redeem tickets for valuable prizes. I glance at the wide array of pencil toppers, rubber spiders, and tiny plastic toy cars on display. Well, for prizes at any rate. It's such a relief. I'd really been stretching myself thin lately trying to fill in since the position was vacated. If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, why did the last guy who sat here end up quitting? Something about being so bored out of his mind that he felt like jamming one of those 500 ticket plush dolls down someone's throat.
Oh, such a shame.
Poor dear, he just wasn't cut out for this line of work. Grandson or no, I've got no patience for such nonsense. I'm sorry. The last person to work this desk was your grandson? Anyway, Gavin should be by soon. He'll handle paperwork and all that administrative nonsense. Now, if you don't mind, all this talking's tired me out some. I'll be in the back office if you need me. Okay, then. I adjusted my seating on the semi-comfortable stool, leaning against the desk. Beneath me, a wide array of cheap junk awaited my attention. I could have lost hope then and there that this job would be even slightly more engaging. Would be even slightly more engaging than being a diner dishwasher, but chose to look on the positive side. I'd be helping kids obtain toys that would become nostalgic memories for years to come. Right? There's a fucking penguin shoved to the bottom shelf. I made sure I could stream this. Just saying. I want to make that clear. I didn't just pull it up randomly. Any minute now. I crave the sweet embrace. Oh my god! I swear I can speak English. I crave the sweet embrace of death. I've been sitting here for 2 hours now, and nobody's walked up to obtain a novelty Funplex shot glass, or a colored pencil set, or a light-up yo-yo. Lunchtime's approaching, and so far the only people walking in and out of the arcade are a few stray adults who have no interest in cheap friendship bracelets. Thankfully, my first customer of the day arrives before I can start wondering if one of those 500 ticket plushies could really fit down someone's throat. Or maybe not. Nope, just walking right on by me, his head buried in reading some sort of spreadsheet off his tablet. That's Gavin, right? It's gotta be, right? Was he here to play? Doesn't seem like the typical businessman on a break or unwashed and unemployed game aficionado. In fact, he's a snappy dresser. Damn, he's at. Well, I will say he's a snappy dresser. Most guys I know are content to toss on a t-shirt and then jeans. Not this guy. Even in an arcade, he's sharp like a linoleum knife. In fact, that rather pointed look he's offering me after doubling back is rather linoleum knifey too. Yeah, he cute. He cute. Hold on a minute. Who are you exactly? What are you doing behind that desk? Where's Francine? I am Francine. I had some work done. Why, I am Francine, dear. The wonders of plastic surgery.
I think not.
Out. Now. Kidding. I'm Kita. She hired me to work the desk. I'm her grandson's replacement. He doesn't look pleased with me jerking him around like that, but nods in satisfaction anyway.
Good to hear.
It's about time. I was wondering how long she'd have to work the desk. She's got gusto for an octogenarian and loves working the floor, but sitting here all day, handing out toys and dealing with problems wears her down. So, she explained the job to you? Gave you the papers to sign? She said Gavin would handle that stuff. With a sigh, he rubs his forehead, feeling a headache coming on.
That would be me. I'm Gavin Cooper. I'm the business manager here at the Funplex. I make sure we manage to keep having a business, rather than a pile of rapidly collapsing fiscal mistakes.
Right. So, as you've no doubt guessed, you'll be exchanging tickets for prizes, but that's the least part of your job. There's more to it than that. You're the floor attendant. You attend to the floor. What, the carpets?
Seriously?
The floor, the arcade, the games, the patrons. You're the one running around putting out fires and sorting out problems. Technically, you're a second floor attendant. Ashley will be in later, but we need two. One to roam, one to operate the desk. I do it myself, but I'm typically busy in the back office, making sure the whole thing doesn't fall into bankruptcy. That's why Francine loved filling in. She's a people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. I am not a people person. So, or as you've likely gathered. God damn it. That's not to say you're alone out here. I'm in your corner at least. If things go south, you tap me for advice on what to do. You got a phone? Of course. Gavin quickly passes me his business card. He apparently had a stack of them at the ready in his pocket. Go figure. His phone number is listed at the bottom. You ever work a high-pressure customer service job before? My whole fucking life. Shoe sales. Smelly socks. You have no idea. Right. Well, you know how to keep your head when a customer doesn't. I hope. But anything goes sideways, you text me. I'm not around, you text Ashley or Naomi. In that order. Who and who? You'll meet them soon
I
enough.
think not.
Above all, do not bug Francine. She's practically retired. Let her enjoy that retirement in peace. Comprendo? Stress feeds me, makes me strong. I eat stress and crap solutions. Don't worry, I can manage the floor while you manage the business just fine.
Doubtful.
That remains to be seen. The last guy sitting on that stool was a slacker and an idiot, and even though he was family, Francine dropped him like a bad habit.
If you stay clear and honest with me, do your work, do it well, we'll get along swimming.
Yes, sir.
I have enough problems keeping this magical arc of hopes and wishes afloat. Please, don't add to my problems.
Magical arc of what now? Gavin sighs again, a stress release gesture, but his expression softens somewhat afterwards.
I take it Francine told you her theory. That this is more than just a job. More than just an arcade.
That's my understanding.
I'm not into dressing up words. I like to speak plain. If I'm curt, then that's because optimization is a factor of my job. Everybody working here wants to work here. This is where they belong, for one reason or another. Me, I love chaos. I love wrangling chaos specifically. The arcade industry is high risk, high reward. I manage that risk so that they can also find happiness in their lives.
That's cute.
Everybody in this business has a dream they're chasing. It's a fragile thing, prone to getting crushed by hard reality.
Alright, Gavin, I like you a little bit. I just wanted to check out. I'm not, what is this? Steady, logical, kind, brash? I don't remember what it's called. Probably brash, right? But quirky most of all, I guess.
My job is to see to it that never happens. That includes Francine, who deserves better in her twilight years than desperately propping up a semi-failing business. So, you find some value in this place beyond your salary, and you'll burn out. Trust me. Last guy to sit there burned out hard.
Horde.
Now, can I trust you to mesh with our merry misfits?
Meshed with our merry misfits. Why so aggressive? To be honest, I'm still sorting out why I'm here, what my dream is. But I'm not here to step on anyone else's dreams in the process. I'm here to do my best at supporting everyone. Ooh! I'd say we share similar views then. It'll be a pleasure to work with someone who's actually enthusiastic and competent. And hopefully, this hive of weirdness will help you find your dreams along the way. So, with that little ding 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 thing, did that... there's a relationship thingy there. Anyway, I need to go prepare your paperwork. Technically, you shouldn't be working until we've crossed the I's and dotted the T's, but since I'm already sitting here, you'd rather I stick around? That would be accurate. If you're willing to fudge things a bit and work today anyway, it'd help us out a lot. Why? I would love to do some work. Now, if you don't mind, Naomi likely could use a hand in the workshop. A good opportunity to introduce yourself as well. Got it. Wait, someone else is here? I haven't seen anyone else. Yeah, that sounds like Naomi. Her workshop's through that door there, the one next to the UFO catcher, the crane game, to use layman's terms. Satisfied for now, Gavin heads to the bag, presumably to the office to go crunch some numbers. If Francine's really taking a nap back there, hopefully he's going to crunch quietly. My first coworker ended up slightly less cool of a guy than I thought he'd be, but he's not a jerk, definitely. I get where he's coming from. Plus, I've known really blunt people before. It's easy to mistake them for jerks, especially at first glance. I figured I can give this guy an honest chance. Anyway, I should go meet my coworker, this Naomi that he mentioned. Although I could swear Francine and I were the only ones here until now. A double door, also marked employees only. Sorry. Leads from the arcade floor to what feels like an industrial area of some sort. I turn the handle and step inside. In a little room tucked away between the back offices and the Funplex fronts, I find what is very likely this Naomi, spoken of in only myth and legend. A girl about my age, but certainly not my height, is tinkering away on what looks like an old tube-style monitor. Huh, I didn't realize they had so many circuits. She doesn't notice me when I come in, too busy soldering a capacitor into place. The lingering smell of melting metals fills the air of the poorly ventilated workshop. Excuse me, for lack of a better way to interrupt her. I was worried no matter what I did she might, I don't know, burn her fingers or jump so high she hit the ceiling or something. Fortunately, the shock's not quite that intense. Intense?
Oh,
Hello?
hey, you know this room is for employees only.
She said with no
Are
apostrophe.
you lost? Do you need something?
I'm Kita. I'm the new floor attendant, starting today.
Oh, hi. I didn't realize Francine already found someone. I guess I forgot to check my text. Oh, whoops.
She spares a glance at her phone on the nearby workbench, where a huge stack of green notification messages lie in wait. One thought comes to mind on actually seeing her. Ew, I always assumed the retro arcade nerds were no. Alright, no wonder I didn't notice her until now. She was totally focused on the task at hand. This room's right at the heart of the building, but totally isolated. With the heavy doors closed behind me, I can barely hear the arcade. Considering how completely and utterly dedicated she was to that monitor, not even noticing me, I guess that's also why. But what I first noticed is her smile. Even when squinting to see the tiny components on the circuit board, even when laser focused, she was smiling happily.
Anyway, I'm Naomi Fairchild, the Funplex's techie. Hi! Pleased to meet you. I was expecting Gavin, though. He usually checks up on me about now.
Naomi? You think so? I don't know if I ever would have thought Japanese. He's busy doing strange things with numbers.
Yeah, that sounds like Gavin. I take it he sent you along to help? Great. Give me a hand with this monitor. It's really heavy, and I'm still paranoid about dropping it after what happened last time.
Really? What happened last time?
Oh, well, I dropped it.
Wow. Thank you. She helps me lift the large cathode ray tube. Oh my god, ray tube? Slotting the heavy metal framework into place within the exposed guts of the nearby arcade cabinet. Once done, she starts hooking wires back up to other wires. There's a surprising number of green circuit boards in that largely hollow wooden shell. This is the first time I've seen the inside of one of these things. It's weird. Lots of empty space, a couple large slabs of circuits, and that beefy monitor. I'll admit it, I don't know much of anything about how arcade games tick. I figured it was packed full of circuits and things. Naomi keeps working, using a pocket multimeter to check various connections as she meets. It could be packed in tighter, like a bar top or a cocktail cap. I'd say uprights favor form over functionality.
Let me explain.
I mean, compare American and Japanese cabinets. Ours are designed for standing players, so they have to be upright, even if that means an empty space. Japanese candy caps are shorter, so you're playing sitting down, but I prefer the American style. Ours have more room for art. She closes up the rear access panel, closing it with one of the many keys on the keyring at her side, then steps back to admire her handiwork. There's a genuine joy in that smile, not just at the job well done, but at looking at the whole thing, like it's a fine sculpture.
So beautiful.
Oh, I love the classic Midway style. Look at those sharp angles, the side art decals, the bold font on the marquee, the bezel artwork. On the what and the what artwork? With a sigh, Naomi points out key features to me. The strip across the top with the game title, that's the marquee. The artwork that wraps around the monitor, that's the bezel. I mean, you see it too, right? How beautiful and cohesive it all is, working in harmony to give this game its own unique feel, its own experience. As for me, well, a bunch of weird looking boxes in a row looks ugly. It is beautiful in its own way. The way she stares lovingly at this, well, honestly, this box of wooden circuits and vacuum tubes and stuff, I think I understand. It was made to be one whole thing. The art, the style, and of course the game itself, all of it part of the same experience. Everything about this game is the game. If you run it in an emulator or on a game console instead, it's made lesser. Yeah, I guess I can see it. It's beautiful in its own way. Ooh, she like me. Naomi lights up with joy like a pinball machine, all twinkly and shiny. Finally, so a few people really understand the beauty of a classic arcade game. Having someone I can talk about this stuff is going to be great. Especially with that jerk Gavin running the numbers. Gavin? What's wrong with Gavin?
I don't know.
Don't get me wrong, I can get along with him, generally, but his whole attitude just, oh.
Ugh.
All he cares about is money. He keeps the arcade running, yeah, but I just know if he had his way, he'd gut the whole place. If anybody's gonna ruin the Funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. That doesn't sound right. He seemed easy enough to get along with, and what's more, Gavin gave me that whole speech about protecting their dreams. This looks like a pretty sore point here. A long-standing argument that the new gal really shouldn't get involved with. I think it's cute as fuck, and I totally agree, Zelda. We're gonna open up another beer, because this is a relaxing night for me. We're playing a dating sim. I'm drinking. Here we are. And yeah, I'm involved, aren't I? I have to work with both Naomi and Gavin. So I'm not sure I should prod at it, but I kinda wanna know too. Don't rock the boat. Clear the air and find out more. Let her keep talking. Let's find out more. I get this is touchy, but if I'm going to work here, I think we should be honest with each other. No gossiping. So I gotta know, why do you think Gavin wants to destroy the arcade? He buys into Francine's idea that this is a place for dreams. He says he does, but is willing to sacrifice way too much just to keep the whole thing afloat. Road to hell, best intentions, etc. If he had his way, this place would be like Deco's Palace. Nothing but ticket games and prize catchers. He thinks actual video games are too expensive, a waste of floor space. I bet he'd remove them if he had his way. My reading skills have gone down the fucking drain, guys. I don't know why I'm bothering. I just don't trust him. I don't trust him to do the right thing. But that's my problem, not yours. Sorry to drop gossip on your head like this. Thanks for hearing me out anyway. Right, let's get back to work, shall we? Now for the less fun part. You seem a strong, strapping kind of gal. Well, a strong gal at least. Well, you're a gal. That's enough. I'm semi-insulted then? Okay, let's get to it. Right, a little to the left now. My left. My left! You're careful. You're right. You're... My left, you're right. Careful. Wowza. Now forward, right? Correct, I mean, not turn to the right. Keep it coming, and there. Carefully, tip it into place. Victory. I gently ease the rolling dolly forward, the giant wooden box sliding into place alongside its neighbors. The two-wheeled dolly makes it easier, but hardly easy, especially with Naomi fretting over her baby getting scratched or worse, falling over. But with the work done, she's all smiles again. Okay, glad to be done with that one. I swear I've been working on that monitor for ages. Those tubes are finicky as heck, and I'm still not totally satisfied with the flyback, but thanks for helping me out, Kita. I think you're gonna do great here. Happy to... Gross. Oh right, stomach growling. Food required, except I wasn't expecting to actually be working today. I forgot to pack a lunch.
Pizza on a bagel.
Now I'm just talking here, but if you had pizza on a bagel... Hey, so any good restaurants in walking distance? I think that bookstore next door sells donuts and stuff, but... Oh, no, not really, unfortunately. I mean, there's a cheapo Wub-Sub sandwich place, but if that stuff... Oh, but even if that stuff is super tasty, you don't want to go there. You need to eat healthy. Hey, I know. Wait right here. And she's off, scurrying back to her hidey hole. And she's back, scurrying from her hidey hole. Lunchtime, here you go. She presses a box lunch into my hands. Classic Turk. About Legos? About Legos. You'll have to tell me what this conversation is about. Not necessarily right now, but I want to know. Ah, it's a bento box. I learned how to make them from my mom, who learned from her mom back when they lived in Japan. Rice and pickles and all sorts of good healthy things. Wait, you're giving me your lunch? Sure, why not? And yet, when I first walked in as a stranger, she looked super uncomfortable with me. That escalated quickly. What'll you have for lunch then? Oh, I can just get some nachos from the vending machine or go hit the whole store next door. I've got a book delivery to pick up anyway. But you said eating healthy was important? See you after lunch. How cute. I can't help but think she was just looking for an excuse to go get some junk food instead. I'd say Naomi definitely fits in with Francine's ideals for this arcade. She's got a love for these games and it shows. And giving me her lunch? Me? A total stranger? That's a kindness I don't know if I deserve, but I appreciate it all the same. So, a bento box. I've only seen these in anime. It's cute, and hopefully has plenty of calories too. Armed with the box of health food, I retired to the employee lounge to get my munch on. The room where I had my bizarre job interview will suffice for food times. It's not much, a few folding chairs and a kitchenette, but it'll do. Utterly famished by this point, I have a seat and unpack my loaned lunch. What the fuck is that? Incoherent screaming, coherent screaming, or await death? Let's go with coherent screaming, right? I opened my mouth as wide as I could and let the fear fall from my lips, my mind devoid of any emotion but horror. Whoa, whoa, it's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Horrific vision. But I'm a real human being, I promise. It's just a costume.
Hey, so I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really? Can we start over maybe?
Can we? I don't know. I nod my head slowly, although that could just be muscle spasms from being in shock.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Kita.
I'm also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo. It's my secret yet not so secret identity.
I kind of like her voice. What the Funplex what now? This is almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Naomi was off the scale cheerful. I've met some really intense people so far.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
Me? No.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex after all.
Oh no, that's not what I meant at all. I mean, I work here.
You work here? Since when?
Today? This morning, to be specific.
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
Okay, I don't kind of like her voice. I really like her voice. I mean, it would have been way cooler if you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more.
Let's see.
You could have stealthily maneuvered your way through all the games, sliding right up to the employees only door. But how did you get the door code? Of course. You would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. You searched your heart and decided that 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed.
Let's see.
Next, you needed to lie in wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret key code just to find me. It keeps going and going. She's definitely passionate. Ashley's good. She's definitely passionate about this fictional scenario. The way she just takes an idea and runs with it, a lot of people might find that weird, but I kind of dig it. Shows a lot of imagination. I wonder if she's a writer or something. And how would you have snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped, but for a price. Ashley finally realizes she's been babbling to herself for a good couple minutes. Oops. Sometimes I get swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. Is it really that dull here? No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children, and broken machines. You aren't painting the best picture here. Ah, geez. I don't mean to be a downer. I just want to move up in the world. I've got things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, cosplay to make. Cosplay? As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up and she smiles. Yeah, you know, like dressing up as your favorite video game or TV character? I love it. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it proudly. It's even better when people recognize what character you are. Empowering? Really? Granted, she certainly had the power to stop my heart for a few beats.
Yes!
Definitely. You want to try? Got a favorite game character? I can help you make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one. I think Ashley's pointing to her flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell with their hands as feathers. So Pinky is your creation? Intentionally? Yep, it looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? Oh my god. If you were going for that's mean. I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. I'm all thumbs when it comes to stuff like that. Literally, if I get enough thread running between them. I'm pretty impressed though. Naomi was going on about craftsmanship of games. Clearly, you're digging on craftsmanship of costumes. Aw, thanks. It's nice when hard work is appreciated. I wear it around the Funplex to liven up the crowds and get people pumped to play some games, and the kids seem to adore it. That makes sense. Although the arcade has been completely dead so far, no crowds to pump or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley motions for me to come closer. She leans in, glances around the room once, and then talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. I had to restitch the left arm, and I was giving her an old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off. Huh. Limbs falling off seems bad. Oh, it was. Yesterday, I was dancing with a little girl. Must have been like 5-6 years max. Anyway, we were next to the Showtime stage when she tugged on my arm and whoosh, off came the arm. The girl instantly started bawling. Well, at least you are consistently scaring people, and it's not just me.
No.
Hey, now. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. What about you? So you're Carl's replacement? I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend to the floor. The floor is a thing I'm attending to, and I'm not going into cardiac arrest. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. I can't wait to go home and tell Juniper I do have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud. I assume you've already met Francine, but have you had a chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet? Yeah, I met them already, although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other. Right? Ashley rolls her eyes and let out a sigh. I wish they would hurry up and make out already. Yeah. Wait, seriously? So, are they going out? Carl is Francine. Carl is Francine's grandson that worked the table before me. Zelda, aren't you paying attention? But they always bicker like an old married couple. It's classic anime cliche. The ones who fight always end up being together. Mark my words, Kita. Consider them marked. What's that sound? Drat. I set an alarm for when my lunch break was over. Time to get back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat.
No!
That's no good. Kita needs her calories. You eat up. I'll go wash the floor. In fact, how about I take over the ticket desk for the next shift? You can do my job and wander the floor a bit. Fair enough. Thanks. Ashley winks before her face disappears into the dark recesses of the inhuman mask. As I'm wolfing down rice in the shape of a little heart, wow, it occurs to me I didn't actually ponder my first impressions of Ashley yet. Let's see. I like her enthusiasm, get a lot of, I just don't understand it. I'm all aboard the Pinky train, choo choo. Ashley's got a lot going on in the head of hers, I just don't understand it all. She seems like a nice girl, but I can't get on board with all her wild stories. I can't imagine always living your life vicariously through a fantasy. Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time complete, the second half of my workday began. Rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out. School's done, and late rising pros are heading out to their arcade of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job is to wander the floor looking for problems, or potential problems, or just making sure everything's a-okay. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. Got off to the right foot with some of my coworkers and the wrong foot with others. A mixed bag, let's say, but not awful. I need to make sure I get along with these people. They're going to be a part of my life one way or another. And if Francine's willing to pink slip her grandson, well, I'm expendable. I should be careful. Hang on, no time for daydreaming. I think I spot, let's see, 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get to all of them, but which do I tackle first? Hold on. Before we continue on with this and choose our next thing, I have to go potty. So I'm gonna pull for BRB, and I'll be right back. I'm back. I also would like to mention that my speaking isn't only from reading today, because I tried telling Freya that she couldn't let Enzo have any attention, and I said something along the lines of couldn't allow Enzo have let the attention. I don't even fucking know. I need to stop talking. Anyway, alright, what do we want to do? Someone cursing up a storm and a loud crowd around the Showtime stage. In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was complete and utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come to the arcade, but it's quite the crowd that's assembling. It has to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of an emergency is necessary. Time to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop drifts. It's an auditory flashback, right to 1980. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime stage, cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a fair amount of space to actually play. Showtime Stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion tracking sensors hidden behind the colored spotlights to check dance poses' accuracy. Whew! And score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Kita? I had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall. Nothing, right? Did you see that, Tio? I got my first AA on Stop the Beat.
Hell yeah!
You did? Oh yeah, I did. You're doing great. They match. Remember last month you couldn't even pass that song? Totes impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing, and one day, maybe even surpass you. Hey, I hope you do. And when you do, you can be the one who brings the new dancers and teaches them how to play. As the next song starts, my eyes shift from the conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from the Showtime stage. I feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping. Hey, it's a really catchy song, can you blame me? I'm getting really into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
How about you? Want to take the spotlight? Dance with a hottie like you? Me? I can't dance. But you know what? My character, why not? How hard is it to play Dance Dance? Have you never played Dance Dance Revolution? Goddamn. Back when I was stomping around on Dance Smack games as a kid, they had arrows. I'm not sure I'd even know how to play this one, but it has caught my curiosity. From the previous observed conversation, this guy seems to know the ins and outs of this weird dancing game, and is keen to teach. Before I commit to getting down with my bad self, I think I should know a little more about exactly what that entails. Plus, I'm used to playing these games solo, less chance of stomping on someone's foot that way. 'Tis a valid point. However, how could I resist to ask a gal such as yourself? You caught my eye the moment you walked over.
Hey, wait. You're new here, right?
Ooh, smooth talker. Yes, very.
Name's Mateo, but everyone here just calls me Teo.
Teo's the best. Greatest guy here. Boogie Woogie Rando. He's sort of like our leader, yeah?
Oh, please, I'm nothing really.
He looks directly into my eyes.
Nothing as special as you.
He's a fucking player. What the hell?
I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close. I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang. So, what do you say? Play our silly dancing game?
Teo outstretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. Let's go for it! I couldn't care less that I'm supposed to be working. As a kid, I remember stomping around on dance mats. Why not try out 2000's hottest dance game? Even if I technically don't know how to play it yet. Without thought, I take his hand. Let's do this. As I'm about to step up on stage, an ominous shiver crawls down my spine. I glance over and spot Ashley standing behind the ticket counter. I know I can't see her face behind the mask, but I can totally sense she's glaring daggers my way. It's creeping me out. On second thought, I'm actually supposed to be working right now. I'm the new floor attendant. Really? But I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was actually pretty good at Showtime stage, now that I think about it. He's out. I'm in. He's currently year 0 of the floor. Oh, it's currently year 0 of the floor attendant keto regime.
Hello there.
It's an honor to meet you. I hope we get to know each other well. Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play it yet. True, most of the time during these meetups I tend to let everyone else play. I go around and make sure everyone else is happy and having a blast. But what about you and your feelings? My happiness comes from making other people happy. That's all I need in life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd. How best to handle it? Want to film a workplace safety video? We need to see several crowd sizes. Huh. I know you're having a ball over here, but this crowd is blocking the emergency exit. By law, we have to keep a path present. Can't you let it slide just this once? For me? What the fuck? I mean, I guess. There's gotta be like little hints and stuff, right? Little tricks. I don't know, I'm fucking shit at the game. Nope, if I let it happen once, then it's going to happen all the time. I get it though, your crew's passionate about this game and that's a good thing. But a stampede on my first day at work would be bad for everyone involved. Can you imagine the headlines? Local arcade's floor attendant trampled on first day, blood everywhere. I don't want to be checking my social media tomorrow and click the link to your obituary. We totes can't have that. I got this. Luckily, the song that was being played just finished. Teo jumps up on stage and cups his hands over his mouth. Hey, listen! We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. How many fucking people are there? I like my spot. Hey now, you know the deal. We all have to be cool about fire safety. It's Kita's first day, so let's show her some respect. I see everyone turn around and glare at me. Great. Now I'm going to be known as the party pooper. I guess I've had worse reputations in my lifetime. Like that one time I had to close the pool because of that dirty bandage floating in the water. No one would talk to me for a week. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Kita's just doing her job. Reluctantly, the crowd reshuffles itself in a semi-orderly fashion. As everyone settles into a safer way of watching the game, Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better? I nod, genuinely impressed with how Teo can capture his community's attention. They listen to him, and have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually, much better.
Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know. Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
As long as that dancing is within the law, carry on. Officer Kita has spoken. I start to walk away, ready for my next venture when I remember something I should do. I turn back to Teo. Hey, thanks.
No problem.
Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade and make a new friend. I say that's pretty good for my first day. Even Gavin's gotta be impressed, right? With that business sorted out, it's time to leave Showtime stage. Let's see, what to handle next. Let's do movies. My mutant floor attendant senses detect danger from the left-hand side of the arcade. I quickly rush all of 30 feet to the scene of the crime, already in progress. Damn, boo. Hurry the fuck up and finish your game. You, do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Note to self, ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yeah. Why the fuck is the most friend? Look, Zelda, just let it go, bud. Well, stop attending to the carpets and attend to me. I want this fucker to wrap up his damn game so I can play. I'm assuming it's fucker. Why wouldn't it be fucker? Ashley's face is obscured behind her costume's mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You kick this fat piece of shit off this game and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Figuring I ought to hear the fat piece of shit side of the story before rushing to a judgment, I tap the player on the shoulder. He doesn't even notice. So I tap him again. Twice. Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze a spin. Curiously, the player looks up at the game's marquee, "Thank you, Naomi," which simply reads Moopy. You know the game's full name? Sure, I played it a lot when I was a kid. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff? Yeah. A bit terse, as he's laser focused on the game, and I can see why. He's currently sitting at 714,900 points. Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. Or, as this other guy would probably put it, holy fuck, that's a fuck of a high score! Excuse me? Right. Sir, can you please wrap up your game? Nope. I'm keeping a good pace here. Plenty of lives stocked, on par for getting close to the world record before the kill screen. Somehow, the thick arcade jargon sounds classier when draped in his British accent, like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play the games too. He finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament. Okay. At first, I think he's stepping away to end his game, but he's letting his stack of 50 extra dues slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out. Will this cover it? For a moment, I flash back to that movie where some dude pays another dude to sleep with his wife and they roll around in bed covered in money and, cover what exactly? The cost of the game. The game itself. I have never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even in 20s. Dude's rolling in Benjamins. One moment, please. On it. Fortunately, Iris already has my messenger app open for me, with Gavin's contact info preloaded. With trembling fingers, I key in, "Customer wants to buy Moopy for 3K. What do?" In less than a minute, I have my response. Considering we paid $200 for it plus parts, yes, absolutely yes. Sell that relic immediately. Gavin says yes because it was only bought for $200 and technically you're making money off of it, but Naomi would fucking kill me. Just saying. Let's keep that in mind, okay? Well, okay then. Although, how's Naomi gonna react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit. It also feels kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of a grasp on the real cost of old arcade machines. Oh. I knew all this workplace drama was going to catch up to me at some point, but with this random breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. The game was $200, but I'm not sure we should sell. I'm not sure we should sell. Because beyond Naomi, the bottom line is it's Francine's arcade, right? Like, Francine wouldn't want to sell it. That's what I'm gonna stick to. It's an older game and actually only costs us about $200, but, well, it's a part of the arcade, sir. I expect this apparent gazillionaire to protest at not getting his way, but he's smiling. You're right. This is Mr. Moopy's home after all. Let's compromise. I'll pay you $1,000 American and own the game, but you keep it here. And in return, I get to play it as long as I want, provided nobody's already playing. That way, I can keep chasing the score, but your arcade stays whole. I'd hate to break up a loving family. Naomi will be relieved to hear that. Even if Gavin may flame me for passing up $2,000. Good. I'd hate to make Naomi cry. How could I live with myself? Which leaves the rando hopping mad. To be fair, we had been kinda ignoring that he exists. What the fuck, man? What kind of arcade is this anyway? Fuck this. I'm going to Deco's Palace. Fuck me. And we just lost the customer, stomping his way out the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Look, I'm just saying, there's no way in fucking hell that random ass fucking potty mouth guy was going to spend $1,000. So, on the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold.
What a disagreeable fellow.
As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing. Eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, clearing mazes. I know, I said fucking Deku. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. He seems to care about more than just his game, splashing around cast, aren't we? Oof, digging that dad bod. Oh my god. The thing is, I like him, but I don't know about that statement right there. Well, I'm not saying that. He seems to care about more than just his game. Oh my god. Take it from someone wallowing around in the lower tax brackets, the rich can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And yet, that's not what this guy did. He could have, but he let us keep the game. He just wanted to play, that's all. And why? Because of Naomi. Because of the Funplex. It's a home and a family for the games and for us. Maybe it's the maybe it's for the best I sent that rando out the door in favor of this guy. So you know Naomi? He's happy to talk, even while playing.
I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy.
Percy.
I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant. I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier.
That's me. Arcade Wrangler.
Well then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
So you've seriously just been playing Whoopie all day, huh?
What can I say? It's my calling. I actually owned a movie cabinet once. Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
The atmosphere. The beeps and boops?
No, those you eventually learn to filter out. I mean, everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real world conditions.
Look, arcades are my favorite place in the whole wide world, to be straight up honest. Especially if they serve alcohol. You can't have more fun than that.
It's all about the emotions. The laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest.
Naomi gets that. She keeps Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually land my high score. What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. This guy has been standing here since I was working the morning shift, hours and hours, and he's still only about 720k into his game. Can't imagine him being in anything but top health condition to try this. Guy's gotta have legs made out of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. I just let a few extra lives drain out whenever I need to go pee. Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him go back to his game, but burning questions. They burn like fire. Gonna get your Moopy dipped in gold. If it was me tossing around green like that, I'd have my game coated in solid gold and encrusted in diamonds. Gold's heavy, it'd break through the floor. At mentioning money, he loses interest. Not that he's annoyed, he's just far more focused on his maze than any financial tips. But, you know, it'd be shiny, right? Right? Eh?
Don't think so.
I don't throw around money to impress people. Money removes obstacles. Nothing more, nothing less. It's a tool like any other. I do day trading, stocks and bonds, but I'm here for Moopy, not to offer fiscal advice. Right, right. Well, I mean, of course. And just everything. Have you seen the big multiplayer Pac-Man? Where it's got like the 4 seats and they're all different colors of Pac-Man and you play with your friends. It's a lot of fun, especially when you're intoxicated as shit. I don't know. Because you attack your friends, you eat your friends, you eat the other Pac-Mans. My ill-fated attempts at humor, piffling out, wowza. I decide to let it go. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should leave him be. I have to do a thing about a thing. Yet another weird encounter and a string of weird encounters. By the end, he sounded more like the high score junkies you hear about in documentaries. Obsessed, driven, kinda strange. But that's not the impression I had of him from the beginning. He smiled when talking about not splitting up the arcade. There's something more going on here, but Well, he's a Funplex regular. There'll be plenty of time to learn more later. I've got work to do. Let's see, who to handle next. Obviously, we're gonna go to this Fist of Discomfort. There's a lot of shouting. Oh, I read that right, and then I thought I read it wrong. Woo! Coming from the center of the arcade, where Fist of Discomfort is being played. I remember Iris telling me about it earlier today while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. Fist of Discomfort, or FOD, is one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been a staple of the scene for over 6 years. One year, Team Wicked Prodigies took on the Unreal and came back to win in the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match to take home a record $5 million prize pot. That's a lot of moolah. And how? Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mash brawling. Fight your way down the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninjas to finally topple the enemy dojo. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves using special abilities, purchased items, and ninja summons. FOD is sheer elegance in its simplicity, the way the different game systems interweave to form one masterpiece of esports perfection. So, summon good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojo. I'd say boiling down a rich game of action and strategy played the world over by top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now, all I care about is dealing with the loudmouth currently playing the game. The closer I get, the louder the yelling gets. Most of these words are that...
What the
What the actual fuck was that? Nope, those are definitely all words my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be fucking me. Shitting me. I just assumed it was fuck. There is no fucking way that's even plausible. Those hitboxes don't even fucking connect. Fuck this game. Fuck it all night long. Get wrecked. Oh, this is far from over, scrub. I saved up a little something extra for you. I've been beating you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for. Hard. Oh, hey. Did I forget to mention that I bought an extra ultimate technique scroll for my dojo? Whoops, my bee. Wait, what? You haven't been farming. How could XP share technique with creep waves? Take this. Take this 5-fold fucking explosive death claw technique. How did you defeat me? God. Get out of here.
Oh, GG. No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
I don't know about that name, but okay. My dry eyes painfully blinking makes me realize I've been standing there watching intently during that whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure what just happened, but that didn't matter. I was completely sucked in. Couldn't tear my eyes away. It was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was the arcade game and the wreck was that guy's face.
Hey, kid. What are you staring at? Never seen a champion of my caliber before?
Oh, seeing as I don't even know how to begin to start to even consider how to respond to her question, I opt to take a moment and collect my thoughts. From what I've somehow gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. That jacket she's wearing identifies her as a member of the L7 Gaming, an arcade esports team. And she's the most direct, fierce person I've met all day. That's saying a lot, considering who I've run into so far. Should be fun to hang around, no doubt. What a sore winner. Talk about a dominating personality. I feel the urge to kneel and submit. Suddenly when I'm just like transport me in it. Shut up. Oh my god, Zelda. With that level of excitement always gushing out, I can only imagine how much enjoyment she gets out of life. What can I say? People love winning, and it seems like she wins a lot, at least between bursts of, what did Iris call it? Saltiness?
Hey, don't just stand there all weird and quiet like. It's creepy. So, are you gonna f***ing quarter up or not? Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
Why are you so mean to me? From what I've seen, I know I couldn't best a scrub, let alone a professionally competitive player of this game. Nope. No thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games while I'm working.
You work here?
Yes, me. And what's your job? Ask Libby. I enforce arcade law within this noble funplex. You bet. In fact, I was just hired earlier. I'm the new floor attendant. If the game ain't your quarter, come to me. Wait, you serious? Okay then, welcome aboard this runaway
Hey,
train.
I haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take them time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you. Make sure you got some proper respect. Thanks? No problem. We
I'm
gamers
Queen
gotta
Bee,
stick
by the
together.
way. Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
I figured that when you put your arms over your head, cheered, and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee." I fucked up my foot. Ow.
Hey, I do not sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
I'm one of the regulars around here, besides Purpur and Teo, sorry. So you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you can last longer than the last guy. Oh great, now she's even making my job into a competition. I hope there isn't a betting pool too. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? Nope. I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes. Oh, you sweet child. You are so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path to darkness that is the internet. Will it hurt or traumatize me? I don't know. I hurt myself a lot of times without even fucking trying to, Zelda. What kind of question is that? Well, it's part of my job to know about the games here, and if Queen Bee is going to give me some insight on the culture around this game, I should take advantage of that. Lead me farther into the dark abyss, my mistress.
Yeah.
Hot dog. Queen Bee gives my arm and pulls me closer to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. And upon further investigation, I see the whole haphazard pile of tech she's rigged up. You can't just plug one of these cabs into the internet, so I use a number 5 clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. Oh, a number of clip-on webcams. Oh, she sets up her whole fucking stream in the arcade. What the hell? That webcam there, it broadcasts to my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. The chat room appears on my phone. Costs a bit to put everything together, and it takes like half an hour to rig up and test each morning, but after doing this here for a couple of years, it's easy peasy. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on camera is damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex than from home. There's so much to miss out on sitting by your lonesome with the console version of FOD, the crowds, the wicked trash talk from the community. Are you broadcasting live right now? Are we live right now?
No way.
I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible. Even if it is with a bunch of fodder. As in FOD, or as in, you know, jump. Scrubs. Losers. I got the idea, yes. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade floor. She gives a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter cabinet. My crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern. Beep beep.
What the?
Beep beep. Listen kid, it's been a spell. We'll chat later, right? Yeah, I was gonna say, that was straight up Street Fighter. One thing, could you keep the swearing down at least a little? We've got kids around here and I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Him? Meh. But for you? I'll keep it PG-13 rating. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some butts out there that I need to kick.
Later.
With the wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me, returns to her Fist of Discomfort game. Queen Bee fires up her broadcast rig and the shouting and milder starting swears up again. I should probably get out there before I accidentally end up on the stream. Out of here. Ooh. Passion seems to run deep in this arcade. Everybody's spirit burning with passion for, well, various things, but hey, passion's passion. She seems to like me, which will make my job easier in the long run. There's a huge FOD community in this arcade, despite being a tiny strip mall joint. Good to know. The arcade is now at peace. My work here is done. Well, actually, we're a few hours from closing time, so my work here isn't quite done, but, you know. Woo! I'm so at peace, in fact, that I don't even notice the underboss of the arcade sliding up behind me.
Good day.
Not a bad first day so far. I've been keeping tabs on you. Well, others have been, and they've been texting me. You know, you should consider getting a proper group chat app going. I've got a crappy phone plan. My texts aren't free. A valid point. I'll look into that.
Impressive.
I'm impressed with how you handle yourself. I think you're going to work out just fine. Anyway, I prepared your paperwork. If you'd like to go sign it and make this working relationship a bit more above board.
Yeah.
So you're staying? Please tell me you're staying. I mean, I fed you and everything. Francine hasn't fired her yet, right? An adorable nightmare joins the impromptu staff gathering. Get us off to a great start. Here's your first day, here's to your first day, followed by many more. Don't you two have jobs to attend to? Just ordered a replacement power supply for Robotron. Nothing left to do for today. Not many kids around for me to entertain. Finally, a quiet moment. My dream job has been going a mile a minute since I got here. Huh. Is it my dream job? I told Francine I was looking for hope. I've been so used to life dumping all over me that I've come to expect the worst, generally. And yet, I can't say the Funplex has dumped on me. It's been hectic at times, a little too much, but not really in a bad way. I'm starting to get along with my coworkers. I'm helping people with their problems. Maybe I'm finding the hope I was looking for after all. We've only got a few hours till closing and it's nice and quiet. How about we game a bit? Speak for yourself. I've got paperwork to handle. Irrelevant. I know your dirty little secret. You sneak in early each morning to play pinball. You're a pinball wizard. I bring order to chaos. Pinball is the very expression of that art form. You know what we should do? Impromptu pinball tourney. The girls are giggling and I'm finding myself smiling right alongside them. All in all, not a bad way to end my first day. Cute.
By the way, I've booked a birthday party for this afternoon.
Oh. The looks of confusion and outright terror on their faces, all laughter dying off immediately, are vaguely concerning to me.
Sorry, I meant to tell you, dears, but I plumb forgot.
Birthday party. How old are the kids, may I ask? It's her fifth birthday. Oh, to be young again. Naomi starts pulling at her hair, eyes wide and trembling, throwing ski balls overhand into the glass, jumping up and down on pinball machines, putting chewing gum in the coin slots, pulling at my costume, tearing off pieces of it. Naomi, Ashley, keep it together. We've survived kids' birthday parties before. Doom, the end is nigh.
I'd hate to get in the way of all the fun. Yep, it's time for my afternoon nap anyway. Have fun, dears.
Right, battle stations, everyone. I'll take ticket desks so I can oversee operations. Ashley, greet the kids. Naomi, watch for hardware damage. Kita, roaming duty. Look for trouble, do what you can, prepare yourselves. They're coming. Like an oncoming tidal wave, the rumble is felt before it is seen. Parents pulling into the parking lot, minivans disgorging kindergarteners, and suddenly... Oh my god! An explosion of small humans rushes the doors, bursting into the arcade before scattering every which way. Even before any of them can get tokens, they're grabbing at joysticks, mashing buttons, eager to get their game on or even just pretend to be playing. The crew assumes battle stations, Naomi by the fragile pinball machines, Ashley near the door, trying to distract the incoming kids to greet them. Gavin, armed with pre-stacked $10 rolls of tokens, quickly exchanges them with the adults. Beats waiting in line at the change machine. Scary midgets. God damn it. As for the pro gamers, well, Queen Bee and Teo's friends bolt for the exit, abandoning them. Keen on getting out ahead of the search of kitties, I guess. That's all very well and good, but I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be. Roaming duty, Gavin said. Look for trouble, Gavin said. I mean, I was doing that before, but now the chaos is multiplied. For a few minutes, I'm like a pinball being bounced around, or like that frog trying to cross a highway of traffic. Eventually, I spot 3 possible problems on the rise, and Kita, professional floor attendant, is ready to attend them. Alright, we have 3. Oh my god, hold on. Ooh, shouting at a kid near Teo and Queen Bee. Can I hold on. I can. Okay. I did just save it. We will figure out this whole situation with the children and shit the next time we play. Because it is now 7 o'clock and I have dinner waiting for me. But, so tomorrow I'm taking a break day. I've been streaming for what, 4 days now? Tuesday is my pet refuge day. So I will be back Wednesday, I believe. I don't think I'm doing anything Wednesday. We'll probably get back to Danganronpa for a minute, but we'll use this game to break up some of that darkness a little bit. I'm having fun. It's kind of dragging a little, but we're getting it's getting there, I think. We'll get another stream or two and see what happens. But as usual, thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you later. Good night.
Why does it always seem like I'm moving backwards? Caught up in a dream, everybody's actors. Why does it always seem like people change faces and nothing is real? Oh yeah. And you know I've seen better days. Through some things, yeah, I've been sending prayers through the roof. Oh, truth, yeah. Don't need all the answers, just tell me what life is for. One day I'ma wake up with a reaper at the door. Don't need all the answers, just say anything at all. I've been praying for a minute, I've been waiting on your call. Oh, don't need all the answers, just tell me what life is for. One day I'ma wake up with a reaper at the door. Don't need all the answers, just say anything at all. I've been praying for a minute, I've been waiting on your call. Oh, I've been waiting on your call. Oh, yeah. I've been waiting on your call. Oh, I've been waiting on your call. Oh, I've been praying for a minute, I've been waiting on your call. Oh, I've been waiting on your call, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been so patient with you, don't you know? I've been so down with you, and you know it. You never come around, and I show it. Just give me one chance right now, and I won't blow it. I won't blow it. Oh. And you know I've seen better days. Yeah, you know I've been through some things. Yeah, I've been sending prayers through the roof. Oh, truth, yeah. Don't need all the answers, just tell me what life is for. One day I'ma wake up with a reaper at the door. Don't need all the answers, just say anything at all. I've been praying for a minute, I've been waiting on your call. Oh, don't need all the answers, just tell me what life is for. One day I'ma wake up with a reaper at the door. Don't need all the answers, just say anything.